Welcome to Two Tired Teachers, episode 177. How do terrific teachers set up a classroom on a budget? So today, Lee and I talk all about setting up a classroom and the things that we have to have and the things that we might want to have and the things we don't really need, and how to do that on a budget. Hope you stick around.
Welcome to One Tired Teacher. And even though she may need a nap, this teacher is ready to wake up and speak her truth about the trials and treasures of teaching. Here she is, wide awake. Wait, she's not asleep right now, is she? She is awake, right? Okay. From Trina Debery Teaching and Learning, your host, Trina Debery.
Hi, we're back, and we are ready to talk about setting up your classroom on a budget. Because this can get out of control. Did they get out of control for you?
Oh my gosh. Yes. I remember my first year teaching, setting up my room and the amount of money. And that wasn't even like, I started teaching in 2007. So like that was really before Pinterest and just the amount of things I thought I needed versus what truly you need. Yeah. I think, so, and there's crazy. A lot of pressure for your room to look a certain way. And it's kind of like that happens over the years. You don't need to do that right away.
I think so too. And I don't think you need to have all those things. And there's also some simpler ways and some strategic places to find things if you want those kind of things. Now, I do feel like classroom decor, like making a little bit of a wow factor for kids, does get some kids in the door. I have had that happen. I actually have a podcast on that. I've talked about that before because I think it can be important, but I think there's smart ways to do it. And oh my goodness, if I had started when Pinterest, like I would have gone crazy. If Pinterest was around when I first started teaching. Yeah.
Now it's not even Pinterest. Like don't date now it's Instagram. You go on Instagram and look up like classroom decor. These classrooms are gorgeous, but you don't need a lot of money to create a safe and inviting space for students. Like really that's the goal.
Yes.
The goal is to have a safe and inviting place for students where they feel like they can learn, because if a student feels comfortable there, they're going to learn. That's just like,
you're right.
Is it? Like,
so what are some
in the needs?
What do you think are some must-haves that you want to include? We know, because we really want to get down to that if you're going to do it on a budget, because we want to be mindful of teachers having to spend their own money.
I think if you were really like going to zero in on what you wanted to spend money on, it would be definitely getting books.
Yes.
For a classroom library, but you don't even have to spend money on that. Because if you probably like walk down the hallway and ask like 5 teachers, like, hey, do you have a couple books? I guarantee you they have a backstock room of books somewhere, of a box of things that they pulled out of their library because they're teaching a different grade level or whatever it is. Like teachers are the best and they love to give their old stuff away. Like that's true. And it might not be like the most prettiest thing, but it will work. Yes. And over the years, you'll have Scholastic Book Fair money and Scholastic points where you'll be able to replenish the library. But to me, like that's a good place to start if you're going to like build.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think
have a classroom library.
My classroom library was huge. It was thousands and thousands of dollars through years, not just right away. And I gave it to a new teacher. And what a
my gosh, that lucky, that teacher was like, oh, I won the lottery.
I know, with baskets and labels and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh,
it was like hitting the jackpot.
I'm not even going to say you need baskets. My first year library was literally just books lined up on a shelf. I'm going to tell you, my kids devoured that. I even had books in my library that were books from when I was a kid that my mom had given me, like Berenstain Bear books that were our family books. Like get like scrappy, get scrappy.
You have to. And you can get baskets at the Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah.
The Dollar Tree has them for literally $1. So I think that those can be helpful, but I do think books from Goodwill, that's a good one. Garage sales. Even
did you know libraries do book sales?
Yes.
They're super cheap. And if you tell them you're a teacher, a lot of times they'll give you deals. Yeah. Like I remember one year I went to our local library and they were doing their book sale. And I said, I'm a teacher. So basically it was like $1 a book. They gave me 2 for $1. Like,
that's awesome.
And I was able to have like actually really nice books in my classroom. That was one way I've filled up my classroom.
That's great. And sometimes I've seen teachers put out that they're going to do a dollar book from Scholastic. They want,
Mhm.
like, they ask friends for donations. So they want
I've
to,
seen that
I love
too.
that. I
I
donated
do
to a
too.
friend of
But you
mine.
know, I think a lot of them do that. They give it to the students, which I think that's
Oh, they
nice.
do. They do give it to the students, but you could do
And
that.
that's because we want to put books in kids' hands. But like,
Absolutely. But you could do it for your classroom too. I actually didn't
totally.
even think of that. That wasn't
Yeah.
what I
I
was
haven't
saying.
seen
Yeah.
it done. Or a donor's choose as well, if your
Yep.
school allows that, is
Yep.
a great way. All right.
Okay.
What else would you say is like, if we're building a classroom on a budget, what is a must have that we could get like on the cheap?
Well, one thing I think people often forget is when you're doing like bulletin boards and you're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
things like that, is going into your, even into your teacher's lounge and or in your art room and getting that big butcher paper, all the
Oh,
different
yeah.
colors. People never think about the butcher paper. Like they're always
They
thinking
don't.
they're going to figure this out with their own fabric that they've bought or their
Mhm.
own whatever, or like their, shiplap thing and
Yeah.
all those
The no
different.
fade border paper, which is
Yes.
like
I'm like,
super
no,
expensive.
just use the butcher paper that comes
Yeah.
in your school, and you can use that for border. Like there's a way of like, have you ever done that where you fold it,
Scrunch it.
and then you scrunch it and then you're like putting it on the wall so it's like big fluffy border around.
I've
Have
seen that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean
Yeah.
it's a possibility. That's free. That would be for free.
Yeah. And it's there and it's easy. So especially like if you're a teacher who gets brought in like at the last minute and you're feeling stressed about having empty bulletin boards, don't stress. Just throw up some nice paper and poof, you got a bulletin board that you can hang student work on, because that's like an easy way to like have a nice classroom without like spending a bunch.
Yeah. We used to make things out there too, because we always had themes. So if it like our school had themes, so if it was like a space, whatever, you'd make a big giant rocket out of that paper. Or one year it was Western, so I made a big barn, like my classroom was a
Cute.
barn. Yeah. So those kind of, I think there's more you can do with that paper than you realize.
Oh yeah. Another one I think that is good to have like on a budget is a classroom carpet. Like,
Mm.
and I know this is very primary teacher of me, but like even when I taught fifth grade, I had them come to the carpet
Mhm.
because I just loved that kind of, we're pulling
Yes,
and
I
we're
love
getting
that.
out of our seat. But getting a classroom carpet is expensive, right? Like hundreds
Yeah,
of
they're a lot.
dollars.
Yeah, they're a lot.
Especially like those nice ones in the magazines. Like,
Yeah.
woo! Well, I'm going to tell you the best carpets I've gotten were carpet remnants from like carpet places.
Uh-huh. Like
So
those,
like you can go to a carpet place and just ask to see their remnants. And remnants are basically like leftover carpet from projects.
oh wow.
And they can cut them for you down. Like, so if it's bigger than maybe the size you want, they can cut them there with like their carpet like thing.
Mhm.
And then what I would do, and this sounds so ghetto, but it really didn't look that bad, is you could tape the edge so it doesn't ravel.
Yeah, ravel.
And honestly, like one of the carpets I had for like 8 years. It lasted because it's actual carpet you would use in a house.
Yeah.
So it's like meant to last. And I didn't spend a lot on it. So I didn't care if like it got a stain on it or, because like, let's be honest, you're working with children and they are messy
Mhm.
and they're not going to like be like, oh, the carpet's so nice. No, they're just going to, sit on it. So I did that. And so that to me though is like an easy way to like create kind of a homier classroom feeling without really spending a lot of money. Doing a carpet remnant is great. Also, Home Goods has carpets too. They're meant for your house, but like that's a simple place of carpet that you can grab that's usually like 100 or less.
Yeah. On Walmart, they have,
Oh,
and even
yeah.
their outdoor carpets sometimes
Oh yeah.
can be cheaper than that, like even $40.
Yeah. Well, and just be careful they're not itchy or the kids aren't going to want to sit on them.
That's true. That's a good point. All right. So carpet, books, butcher paper. What's another thing?
Like, okay, so people are always like obsessed with like alternative seating ideas, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like, and then they have like all these cute, like like these cute little wobble stools. All of that costs money.
So much.
But what is simple is those lap desks that you can get. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Michael's has them on sale, right? Like I saw just the other day, they have them on sale for like $2 a lap desk.
Oh,
And I know
wow.
Target dollar section gets them all the time too, for probably like 5 or less. But even just like 5 of those creates alternative seating in your classroom for super cheap. And it allows for student choice where they're sitting, but you're not having to like get like a wobble stool or the yoga ball. You know what I'm like, the yoga
Yes.
ball. Like, oh
Yes.
man, that can be so hard.
It can be.
I have seen where they make the crates, like the crate files
Uh-huh.
that they turn over and put like a seat on. But
Yeah.
those, every time I've had an experience, those have broke like quick.
Well,
They've like snapped.
if you get like, like I have a friend whose husband made them like the crates, and then he didn't make the crate. We got the crates at like
Yeah,
Walmart or whatever.
he made the
And then
seat.
he made the seat, yeah, out of plywood. So it fit
Mhm.
in there perfectly. It actually made the crate seem a little bit more sturdy. And then put she put foam and then did what is it? Fabric. So
Oh,
yeah, they were super cute and very comfortable. And it wasn't a really expensive project. I also think that places where you can get like cheaper things. The Dollar Tree is like one of my favorites
oh
over
yeah,
over places like the Dollar General or whatever, because some of those places are not really a dollar. They're like $3 and $5 and $10.
Well, and that's like famous, like Target dollar section is not actually a dollar. It's
Yeah.
5 and below, but that is a great place to look.
And
Any other?
if they don't have one, you can get stuff online.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can get those baskets I was talking about earlier, and they are like literally a dollar. So you can just get a
yeah,
set of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
The baskets, you can get decor items there too.
Yeah, you
Teaching
can.
things. The
Like
dollar store is
plants,
definitely a
stuff like
great
that.
place.
So, and then like if you wanted to do curtains in your classroom, I've seen people take fabric and they get a curtain
Oh,
rod. Yeah. And they tie it in a knot, and then it's like hanging down with like the two little tassels or whatever. And they've just done knotted curtains all the way across. It's like a little valance, but it's so
yeah.
cute. It's really
You do
cute.
not need curtains in your classroom for anyone listening,
That is
but
true. You're
and
right.
but it is cute. And if
It
you
is
want,
cute.
like, that's a simple thing to
Yes. And
do.
you
But
could
like,
do that out of a sheet. You
oh
didn't
yeah.
that you aren't going to use anymore.
Oh my gosh,
So
a sheet can be
or
so many
sheet
things in a classroom.
from Goodwill. It can be a
Yeah.
sheet from Goodwill. So it can be like literally a dollar sheet. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to play a game. Do
Okay.
you want to play a game? Okay.
Yes,
So I want to play like smash or pass.
I'm ready.
But like I want to like make it school appropriate with school supplies. So I'm going to
Okay.
call it have or pass. So I'm going to
Have or pass.
say
Okay.
a school, like a trendy school supply item, and you tell me if you think that's a must have that teachers should have, or a pass, like something you don't need it, you're going to be fine.
I am going to be so bad at this
Okay.
because
So,
I feel like you must have everything. So, but I don't really think that, but I, for some reason, kind of acted that way. All right. Have or pass. I'm ready.
all right. All right. So have or pass wireless doorbells. You know what kind I'm talking about? You
I
always
do.
see
I
pictures
do
of
know what
them
you're
like
talking
clipped
about. You
on the
know what?
teachers.
I say pass. I don't think that's a must have.
I agree. I don't think it's a must have, but I do think some way to get attention is that's just one way, but you
Yep.
literally could do like a clap sequence.
Yep.
That's really what it is. It's just a fancy way of getting
Getting their attention. Yeah.
Flare pens, have or pass.
I always get confused. Let me just ask what kind of pen
This is a flare pen,
Oh, yes. Okay. I say have.
right? Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I'm so glad. I thought you were gonna say pass, but
No, I love those
flare
kind of
pens.
pens. I don't like the gel pens. Like I say pass on the gel pens.
Oh,
But
I have
love,
those too.
yeah,
They
I don't
serve different
care
purposes.
for sure.
Here's the
But
gel.
I don't care that much
Here's
about
the
them.
flare for those of you watching. And yeah, they serve different purposes. These I love for like marking and grading, writing notes. And then these are like,
So she was talking about the flare pen as marking, grading, and notes.
yeah.
And then
And
the
then
gel
the
pen.
gel, I think it's like easier for writing, like if you're writing like long things. I don't know.
If you're writing
They have
long
different
things, I
purposes,
say type.
okay. Um, have or pass on matching book bins. I know.
Oh man. I don't think
That
you
is so
have to
trendy
have
though right
that,
now.
but I definitely would want that. So I would want to say have, but I really don't think that's necessary. So I guess pass.
Okay. What about a smart board?
Have.
Really? I was going to
Yes.
say pass.
Really?
I don't care for smart
I
boards.
don't I mean I didn't have one. I used to use Apple TV in my classroom.
Okay.
This is back in the day when you could actually get the Wi-Fi password. Um I was like one of the special ones. I got the Wi-Fi password. So I
So
used
sad.
my Apple TV like a smart board. My kids thought it was wonderful. But and I can't imagine not having it. So no, I would say have.
See, I would say something like a document camera is a have, like a must have. And if your
Yes.
school doesn't provide one, I would look into doing some type of project to
I
get one.
agree. Yep.
But I don't think a
That's a must
smart
have.
board per
I don't
se
think
is
a smart board is a must have, but it is it's pretty high up there for me.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised you with your STEMI background. What about the pull name cups? Like where you have the cup and you pull the names out with the name sticks. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
think you could do that with popsicle sticks. So I would say pass.
That's what it is. Like, but like if I'm a teacher and I have something, is that something I need to make and have?
No, because you can use Tiny Decisions on your phone. That's a free app and literally just put in the numbers or the names of the kids if you want and just click, hit the button and it will do it for you. So I say pass.
Okay, desk pets.
Oh, good grief. Pass. I say pass.
I agree. I think that's cute and fun, but they are definitely not needed. Do not stress yourself out about going out to buy those, kind of thing. Okay. Do you have anything like that you think would be fun to add to our have or
Okay.
pass game?
And have you decide. See, it's really that's hard because I want to say like iPads, but you would probably say pass on that.
What I would think they're nice, but they are not a must. But that's because for most of my career, I taught without them in the classroom.
Yeah. Yeah. How about mailboxes?
Oh, have 100%.
Yes, I agree. I have to have. I need two actually.
I've done 3 maternity leaves where I've taken over and they didn't have. I created mailboxes for them
Yeah.
because I just cannot. Like,
No,
literally one of them, I was like, how do you pass back papers? And you know what she
exactly.
said to me? She goes, I just hand them to the kid. Like,
Oh,
what?
no. No, absolutely not. That's a huge waste of time.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no,
it
no,
was
no.
such a waste of time.
And then you have a
Day.
postman and that one person puts
Oh,
all
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
mailboxes.
for sure. What about like daily drawers? Did you ever do that where
I
you have
didn't.
like a daily drawer?
No, that might have helped me though. I didn't have a drawer. I did have it's like trays, you know what I'm talking about? Like the paper trays. I did that with paper trays. So it wasn't really a drawer.
So you had kind of a system.
So
for me, that's a must have. Like if you're setting up a classroom, you want somewhere where you can have like a loading station for your lessons that week. Because when you're planning, it's so much easier to have all the supplies and then to set up for the next day, you just grab the stack. Especially if you're like on a team where you guys team plan and someone else orders for you or you order a lot ahead of time. Like I remember one year I was on a team where they ordered all the math homework and reading homework a year in advance.
Oh, geez.
Like talk about trying to keep all that paperwork like organized. And nobody talks about like that.
Actually say homework pass. Pass on homework.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's an easy pass. I agree.
What about you just made me think emergency sub plans.
Oh, okay. So for the majority of my teaching career, we were not required to have emergency sub plans. But then when I transferred to a different school, we were required. And I'm going to tell you, I realized the importance of those. And I'm going to say have, because I was so thankful, especially like when my son was little and it would be like 3 a.m. and I wouldn't have time to go out and like get my sub plans up. But like before then, I would just go in myself and set them up or call a teammate.
Which
and hope
you don't have time to
me.
do that when your poor child is sick or
no.
sick.
Yeah. Like if they're throwing up or just why put that stress on yourself?
I agree. I think
even if it's just a folder or a binder you have set up, that's somewhere obvious, like, or you can tell your teammate, hey, it's in this, but wherever you store it. But like, That's
We
just nice
bought
because it
them when
really
I was
takes
a
the stress off.
when I was on my team, we bought these really expensive units that were emergency sub plans. They were like
Oh.
$50. Yeah. Yes. So the
Were
whole
they like completely, did they come with the copies?
they did not come with the copies. They were like a thematic teaching, and they had lots of stuff and materials in there, and we literally paid for them. We bought 3 different ones so that we always had it for the team. And besides that, we also had 5 emergency days in our own classroom. Now that is a crazy price, but I do have emergency sub plans in my store, Lee. So
I know. But I will say, I think as a teacher, when you're thinking about what can you do to like gift yourself, remember
yeah,
we were talking about like using like mailboxes, that's a gift to yourself.
I
Or
agree.
using like the daily drawers or the filing system for daily, that's a gift. I would say emergency sub plans are a gift to yourself. And if you
Yeah,
don't want to, obviously like having it done for you is huge, but if like you don't even like want to, like
yeah,
you literally just take extra copies that you just didn't get to that week and
yes,
kind of make a pile, and that can be your emergency sub plan, and
absolutely.
throw them in a folder. Because honestly, like truly, and as someone who subs a lot, like I would be
Mhm.
fine if that's all I see when I open it up is worksheets, because
Is
that gives me
worksheets.
something
Yeah.
to do. It's better than walking into nothing.
And
I would
having
say.
nothing. I agree. Well,
That
I
is
used to,
every substitute's worst nightmare.
or when somebody leaves you every single thing that they would do, but
Oh,
you can't
yes.
have access to certain, I don't used to, people used to get so mad at my teammates for that. And then they would write me these beautiful notes about sub plans. I'm like, I just didn't find it, like, it wasn't hard for me to do. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, I can do this. But my coworkers would be like, I don't understand why I got this mean letter from a sub. I'm like, because you left them everything you would do,
I
and they
know.
can't get to some of the information and some of the
Well, and
things.
they're not you. And a lot of times
No.
substitutes are not, we're getting very off track, but a lot of
Yes,
times
we are.
substitutes are not trained teachers. So they need something easy. And I'm going to tell you, a worksheet is easy. Number one, there's directions already on it. And number two, usually it's something kids can do themselves. So
Yes.
like if it's just even, I hate the idea of like, that's all they're going to do. But if that's like, it's better
In
than
an
nothing.
emergency, like, you got to just go with
Exactly.
it.
Which is
Yeah,
what emergency sub plans are. So I'm going to say
absolutely.
it's totally a have, because it's a gift you give to yourself, because you will get sick. You will. There will be a time
Yeah.
where you cannot come in. I remember when I was teaching kindergarten, I had gotten conjunctivitis, pink eye, because I
Oh,
taught kindergarten and
yes.
they're
Yep.
disgusting.
I got it in the first
Oh my
grade.
gosh.
First grade.
This was probably the third time I'd gotten it. Well, I did a teledoc appointment and they prescribed me some eye drops. Great. I take them. I had an allergic reaction. Trina, my eyes were swollen shut. I couldn't drive.
Oh gosh.
My husband, I didn't have sub plans. My husband had to take off from work to drive me to school. I couldn't touch anything because I have pink eye, which is highly contagious. Literally, I'm like this trying to set up for my sub.
That's terrible.
If there was ever a case for someone to have emergency sub plans,
Yes.
it would have been so much easier for me to text my teammate who taught next door to me and just said, hey, here's my binder. Can you please just set it out? Like why I didn't do that, I don't know. So
Yeah.
dumb, some of the
Yeah.
things, but literally like this. Like my eyes, I have the picture. I'll have to send it to you. Wait, maybe it's literally my eyes are like swollen, like
That
shut.
is so terrible. Pink eye hurts.
Oh,
It's not
yes.
fun, but
It hurts even more when you have an allergic reaction to the drops the doctor gave you. And the worst is when I texted my team about it, because this is teachers, like teachers,
Yeah.
you know, like you would think it would be like, oh, that really sucks. One of the teachers was like, she doesn't actually have pink eye. I had to send them my picture of my eyes like swollen shut.
Well, that's mean.
Because she thought I was just trying to like not come in. And I'm like,
well, you know what?
why
You're
would I
allowed to
want-
not come in. You don't need to lie about it. You can
But like
just say, I'm
exactly
not
like,
coming
but
in.
like, why wouldn't I want to come in? Like, I actually like teaching. Was I 100% into kindergarten? No, but like I liked my kids. They were cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
So funny. But we shouldn't shame each other for not wanting to come in.
oh my
I
gosh.
think we should be
But hey,
allowed.
no shame if you had emergency sub plans. It wouldn't be a big deal.
That's
so
right.
that's the point. Okay. That concludes our like have or pass on school supplies. We heard it here first. Emergency sub plans are a major have, and desk pets are a pass for sure.
Desk pets are a pass. I agree. All right. Well, we will see you next week.